couldn't remember where the music was. My bad. I can't remember the music. I'm struggling. Struggling. Go.
Performance of today's national anthem performed by Backlash very own Andrew Wiggins.
Nice job by that young fella. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Check Swing Podcast with myself, and of course, the brains and brawn of the situation,
Situation.
something like that. My man Miguel, Coach Miguel, and who's down in. Well, I should probably turn the thing up.
Come on.
Who's down in
Baltimore, having big
I
fun.
didn't have it potted up. That's my fault, y'all. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh, my goodness. See, Miguel, this is why I can't do the show at a different time.
I know.
I have everything like, I think I'm regimented.
I know.
Right? Not only did I not have the stuff together correctly, not only did I not have the pod up for the soundboard, not only did I just now get started opening the phones, but now I forgot what I was going to say.
So that's another reason why.
Oh, I remember now. I during that time when I told you like 15 minutes ago, I'm trying to put the link online. I still haven't done it. It's just bad business by me. Bad business. But anyway, we are back for yet another Wednesday night. We are back a little later than usual. It's all good. We still love y'all. We hope y'all still love us, but we got a lot to get through today, so I'm not going to waste too much time. Of course, you all know about the well, you may not know, but you may be hearing today about some World Baseball Classic news. Free agent or excuse me, the legal tampering period. I think it's so dumb. The legal tampering period. Why don't you just open up free agency? Like, I don't. Anyway, legal tampering period has started in the NFL, and some moves have been made. Some moves have been negated. Some moves have been yearned for. We'll get into that.
Have been urinated on.
Something like that. And we got a couple mentions and stuff like that. But before we get everything going, I like to ask my folks how they been. So Miguel,
Dirt.
how you been?
Been well, man. Doing some things down in Baltimore. I made some changes in regards to some baseball organizations. So as you can see, I'm kind of decked out in some new attire. I've joined a nonprofit baseball organization in the city of Baltimore called Vision Select Baseball. The goal is to bring back the love of the sport of baseball back into the Baltimore area, presenting high quality development on and off the field for the youth of today. So from 13U up to 18U. So
yeah, bring it back, man. Bring it back to the inner city, to the Utes. I had a homie that was I have a homie that grew up playing baseball in Baltimore. He played for the Yankee Rebels. That's who he played for, and I believe he might have been at the time the only brother on the team.
Okay.
So
And the owner of the organization, or the person who created his name is Kellen Wallace. So he was an all-state baseball player back in, I'd say, 98 to 2000, and made it into and was signed by the Anaheim Angels at the time, and made it into their AA, AAA organization. So
awesome! Shout out to Kellen Wallace, and bringing it back home to give back. That's what we got to do more of that, folks. Make sure you bring it back home to give back to your community. Or if you ain't bringing it back home, give back to whatever community you may be living in. Give back to it, because somebody might be giving back to yours that ain't never lived there. Let's get started, Miguel. Let's get started. World Baseball Classic. We talked about it last week. We gave our predictions. And they're one of our predictions. They're on the brink. They're on the bubble right now. They do not control their own destiny. And we're talking about the United States of America, the team in which we played their theme song at the top of the show. The guy
America.
He was playing the United States theme song. United States lost to Italia, and Michael Lorenzen, former Philly. And tonight they have to depend on another Philly to get the job done against Mexico in Arenola. Feeling, you know I was coming to you. United States chances in this game, Miguel. I'm not the United States.
Viva Mexico!
United States is cooked, huh? United States.
Oh, they're cooked.
Check this out. We have somebody giving us updates. Italy's currently up 6-0. Which we know in this World Baseball Classic, no lead is safe. No lead is safe. But he said Nola did his job. Let us know what inning it is, too. Let us know what inning it is. Because he said Nola did his job. I guess he's not in the game anymore. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know what Italy's bullpen looks like, but
well, one of the arguments they were talking about is that like half the players are more American born, but like one of the family members is like half Italian or like a quarter Italian. So it's listen.
It's like the Israeli team,
right?
Israeli team. And I didn't know this until the other day. It's the 6th inning. I didn't know this the other day. Most of Brazil's team is Japanese or Korean or something like that. Is Asian. Let's just say of Asian descent. Because of history, though. I believe they were probably born there. But because of history, the way history, I guess, I'm not even going to get into it because I don't know it all. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, most of Brazil's team is Asian. So I thought that was interesting, too. So he said Nola threw 5 full innings, 5 Ks, only 1 walk. A good job, Nola. He's had a lot of that, so he should be looking good.
Right, and it's not October.
I think there's an opportunity for Nola to have you eating your words this year.
It's March, dude. He usually doesn't start the
I'm
second
not
of
saying
September.
based on what he did today. I'm just saying he has an opportunity to this year to make. I think Nola has a. I'm not saying he's going to have a Cy Young year. I think he has a bounce back year this year due to the rest he had all last year, basically. That
So
arm.
let me ask you this. His performance the last 6 years hasn't been a tell on how he's going to finish the season. He finishes the season the same way all the time.
So do the Phillies, but you still have faith in them.
I have faith in aspects of them, but not Nola.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm hoping that traditions stay true. Kyle Schwarber, you wanted to get rid of him. He had a bounce back year.
So the reason why I'm back on the Schwarber train is because he made adjustments. His first when he was batting leadoff, he was hitting what 150. Now he's back up. Last year he was up to like 250, and he's hitting home runs, and he did the things that he needs to do to help win ball games.
I
None
sure
of
he
them showed up in
did
the
make some
playoffs.
adjustments, but I think the biggest adjustment was the manager taking him out of the leadoff spot.
I agree with that as well.
And he I mean, I'm just saying I'm going to say he had no control over that. I'm talking about Schwarber. Um, I'm sure he had some control over it, but he had no control over when he would be moved in the lineup. He could be batting. There's some people saying he could be batting second in the lineup this year behind Bryce batting leadoff. Yeah, it's
Not,
crazy. It's
not the way
crazy.
Bryce.
Although, what's my man's name? Trey Turner had a great season leading off this year or last year. It's gonna be interesting to see with the
Can I
Phillies.
can I show one thing from the World Baseball Classic? Because you brought up Brazil, and it kind of perfectly times. I wasn't sure if I was going to show this particular clip. Um, so do you remember a player back in the day, in our day, if you will, named Jose Contreras?
Yes.
So he has a son who made the Brazilian team.
Now let me make sure because I think there were a few Jose Contrerases. So I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right person.
He was the one that actually pitched with the Phillies. He's the one that pitched with the Phillies.
Was he a Cuban defector?
Yes.
Did he pitch with the Yankees at one point too?
I think you're thinking of Orlando Hernandez.
Okay.
So there was Levon Hernandez. There was his brother or cousin
Orlando.
There was Jose Contreras, who I don't believe was related to the family, but they were all whatever. But me and our former coworker Brian, we used to always make fun of Jose Contreras because he always used to be the same age every year, but he always got older. So anyway, but he was a world champion. Phillies picked him up because they figured they could get something out of him, and he did okay with us, but it wasn't great. Has a son named Joseph, who made the Brazilian team, and one of the things that he was interviewed was what would you love to do or accomplish, in your future, whatever. And he said face Aaron Judge. So here is the appearance that he faced against the great Aaron Judge.
Buxton out. A ball and a strike on Judge. Breaks his bat. Ground ball to third base. Reginaldo throws to second. Rojo to first. And it is a double play. 17-year-old gets Aaron Judge to hit into an inning-ending double play. What a moment for Joseph Contreras.
I heard about him. I didn't know that was Jose Contreras' son. He's still in high school.
Yeah.
He's still in high school right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pitching in the World Baseball Classic. Now, in this day and age right now, like that's impressive, don't get me wrong. But it's almost, I shouldn't say it's almost expected, but we just had a kid in the Olympics that was a sophomore? He just finished his sophomore year or something. and ran in the Olympics a couple years ago. Quincy Wilson, I'm talking about, ran the 400. You have tennis players now that are on the pro tour at like age 14, 15 years old. Like I don't know what it is about. I guess I don't know if you call it the new jet. I mean, it's been happening for years, but just not. It just doesn't seem as prominent. But these young talented kids are really making waves. Like he's going to get his opportunity to play in the league. He's going to have his. Somebody may already have rights to him already. Who knows? I don't know how it works. You know better than me. Phillies signed an 11-year-old kid and all like that. So people may already have, or teams may already have rights to him. But wow! Not only did he get him to ground out to a double play, but he also broke his back. 17-year-old. 17-year-old. Shout out to him, man. Brazil probably is not going anywhere in the World Baseball Classic, so we won't probably see him for a while. We won't see him again for a while, more than likely. I wonder if he plays Caribbean League ball or anything. If he plays any professional ball, because he's in high school. Is in high school in the United States or is in high school in Brazil? I don't know. And did his father defect to Brazil? Like, how did he end up playing for Brazil? Do we know that?
There's so many. I don't know for a fact, but I know. So there was another player. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, Nolan Arenado. He has a Cuban father and a Puerto Rican mother, so that's why he's playing for Puerto Rico right now. So it's that scenario. So I'm sure Jose Contreras is Cuban, but his wife must be Brazilian. It has to be one or the other, because I believe they go by the next of what the heritage of your parents are.
And here's the other thing: you ain't playing for Cuba unless you're living in Cuba right now. Like, you're not going to join Cuba's team. Randy Arozarena's playing for Mexico.
Right?
He defected from Cuba to Mexico. Now he's playing for Mexico. So there's Cubans in the how was I say Little League World Series? In the Big League World Series, there are Cubans that are playing for other teams. So it's very interesting. Like, I think the World Baseball Classic could probably have more stories in it than any other. Like, you have your World Cup coming up, but I feel like the World Baseball Classic probably has more stories and interesting things in it. Basketball has a World Cup that we don't really see that much, unless like our stars are playing in it. Football doesn't have a World Cup, so whatever. But yeah, baseball has a lot of like, if you just think about it, think about players defecting from Cuba that are professional level baseball players. They have to escape a country so they can play in it. Anyway, I don't want to get all into it, but
y'all know. You're getting emotional.
Am I? I might be. I don't know. Let me take a sip of my water. But let's get back to the World Baseball Classic and the whole Italy, United States, Mexico thing, right? If the Italians, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you know the scenario.
There's a couple of them.
If Italy wins, United States moves on.
Correct.
If Italy loses by less than 5, United States moves on. Is that like the only way the United States does not move on, if Italy loses by more than 5?
Correct.
So they have a chance because they're already up 6-0. It was the 6th inning. Italy has 3 solo home runs. They scored on a sac bunt and a single. They're playing small and fast. That's from RDOT. I love that kind of baseball. Hit us up with your comments in the group chat. Of course, you can hit us up on our 24-hour text line, 484-606-6061. Or you can call us at 727-731-8267. That line will be open. That line is open right now. You're about to say something, Miguel?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to go through the horrifying math if Mexico comes back and wins by 5. Because there's a lot of tiebreakers. Because basically what it would be is, in the pool, it would be There's only 2 spots. The top 2 win, but there's 3 teams that will be 3-1. So, this is I hate tiebreakers. So something called a rad out, runs allowed divided by defensive outs recorded. It goes by earned runs allowed divided by defensive out recorded. Yes, runs allowed and earned runs are a different stat for whatever reason. And if that is tied, the third tiebreaker is the highest team batting average in pool play. And if that is tied, then the WBC organization will just draw lots.
Coin flip.
Yeah.
Like
Something
Friday
like
Night Lights.
Right. But it doesn't look like I mean, so the US was down 8-0 against Italy, and they gave it a fighting chance and lost 8-6. So who's to say? You know.
Yeah, the comebacks happen in the big league World Series.
Mhm.
In the World League World Series, the comebacks do happen.
Right. But the other side story to it is the manager for the US team, Mark DeRosa,
Yes, please get into that.
is getting a little flack because he apparently did not understand how everything was working, and he already assumed that even with the loss that they were already going to the next round. So I want to make sure I get his quote. So basically what he was going to do was get some guys off their feet, and he rested some of the big wigs, some of the big players. And then he was quoted as saying, ton of respect for Italy. It's weird. We want to win this game, even though our tickets punched to the quarterfinals, because Mexico plays Italy actually tomorrow. So the way the schedule lines up, this is kind of an important game for us. So when he was told that, well, you do realize that now Mexico has to lose, and they gave the scenarios, his response was, yeah, I misspoke. I was on a hot stove with a couple of buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy, and then running all the numbers if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs. So, yeah, I just misspoke.
Yeah, well, shit, I'm almost cussed. There, with this and like summer baseball and all like that, it's always confused. They always have these equations, which I was never good at equation. Always have these equations on which if you don't just get through on your own merit that you got to deal with.
Right.
He also said there's one part that there's one part of what he said that you didn't put in there. Actually, I don't think you put it. No, you didn't put it in there.
Mm-mm.
So after the win against Mexico, the guys went out and partying, apparently, and came in pretty late, apparently. And I think that was part of the reason he was allowing guys to get some rest. Because he said they were at the ballpark till like well after midnight. And that don't mean that you're going back to your room or wherever you're staying once you're out of there, because Houston got clubs, popular ones. Do people still go to clubs? I'm sure they do. I just never hear their advertisements on the radio.
Not in Baltimore.
I used to go to. I've been to clubs more in Baltimore than I have in Philly. Funny
Really?
enough. Yeah. Yep. More clubs in Baltimore than Philly. I think. I'm not. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. That's a lie. That's a lie. But I have been to some clubs in Baltimore a number of times. 727-731-8267 is the number to call. And of course, you can hit us in the chat box, in our regular chat box down there somewhere, or you can hit us on our 24-hour text line at 484-606-6061. It's still 6-0 at the end of the sixth. Only 4 hits for Mexico so far. That was a long sixth inning, it feels like. because when he told us when he first came on, we first came on. It was the 6th inning then, so that was a long 6th inning. But anyway, let's talk about some football, man. There's been some moves in football, and look at you. You put all these moves in here. Some of these I didn't even know about. Brett Toth didn't know. Matt Pryor didn't know. Sam Howell didn't know. Josh Uche didn't know. Azeez Ojulari didn't know. The rest of them I did. The rest of them I knew about. Oh, Michael Carter II. No, I didn't know about that one. I don't know if I cared, but I didn't know about that one. I mean, I just, never mind. What are your thoughts on these moves? So, can I say something?
Go for it.
I'm okay with the one that I'm completely okay with, outside the ones I just learned about. Reed Blankenship signing with Houston. I've been on the show saying that I kind of felt like Reed was the weakest link in the secondary. Probably not. Probably right side. Probably right side cornerback. After what was his name? Darius Slay was gone.
Right.
I ain't gonna call him Slay no more because I don't think he plays football anymore. But I felt like Reed was the weakest link. It felt like Reed was getting burnt a lot. It looked like, and I don't know if it was mistakes by other people and it just fell on him, but it just looked like to me Reed was getting cooked quite a bit out there.
Well, yeah, I agree. But I think usually with the safety and the free safety, they're usually kind of working as the last line of defense, or they're used as help for the cornerbacks. Mm-hmm. So was that more of the cornerbacks getting toasted or out of position, or you know what I mean?
Like that's what I'm saying.
It's the combination, yeah. And I know everybody was clamoring to re-sign CJ, GJ, whatever, but I'm like, was he the savior as well, you know?
Well, let's put it like this. I'll just put it like this, and I know you can't put a blanket out there like this, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's what I like to do. The year CJ, GJ was on the Eagles went to the Super Bowl both times. I'll just put it. I'm not saying he's the reason, but he's part of the defense that kept people from scoring more points than the Eagles' offense. I'm gonna just put it to you like that. But Jaelan Phillips got the bag. He got the money.
Yeah.
Carolina, 4 years, $120 million.
Now here's the thing about that.
The Eagles wasn't gonna pay him that.
I don't think many people were. I think that's an overpay. That's a massive overpay.
It probably, I don't know Carolina's situation where if they needed to overpay for that position, maybe they were trying to keep him from going somewhere else like Tampa Bay or something. I don't know.
Maybe
somewhere else, but
yeah, that's
the bag. Nakobe got some money too.
Now, Nakobe's story is kind of funny because from what he said in the negotiation, he had a deal on the table with the Cowboys for about the same amount of money, and he's like, I just can't sign with the Cowboys. So it's like, thanks, but
respect.
Much respect for that.
Because we've had people go to the Cowboys after being with the Eagles and be like, yo, how could you do like as fans, we're like, oh, how could you do that? But they're football players.
Right. But
born and raised in Philly.
The other downside to it is that the Eagles didn't even offer him a contract.
I didn't think they were going to. I just don't think the Eagles, for one.
He's one of those players, like, I don't understand I don't even know if it was hate or what it was that they didn't like, but it just seemed like, he wasn't hurt this time around. I don't understand why.
about
he
this season.
yeah, it was like his reps were getting lower, and it was like, well, he's not on the injury report, so why is he not playing as much? I just didn't get it. Yeah,
They had in Jahad Campbell.
yeah, but he showed. I mean, he showed glimpses, and he looks like he's going to be something. And I get that you can't pay everybody. I get it, but I don't know. I think, and plus you still have Campbell on the rookie deal, but Nakobe Dean, I don't know. I think that might be a loss, at least initially.
I would have not being the numbers person. I would have made him an offer. That's one person, like especially after losing Jaelan Phillips.
Right.
I would have made Nakobe an offer. And luckily, we didn't have to try to make an offer to keep him off the Cowboys because who knows what kind of money they was going to pay him. Jerry would love to poach him from the Eagles and pay him a lot of money to do so that the Eagles can't pay. But thank you, Nakobe, for not going to the Cowboys. Thank you for going to the Raiders, somebody that we ain't got to worry about unless it's that final game. Good luck to you, except for when you play the Eagles. Reed Blankenship, like I said earlier, 3-year deal for the Texans, which Texans defense is pretty decent already. So you're adding a decent player to already decent defense. So, that's good for them. Texans are one of them funny teams where it's just like they're good, and then it's like they're not as good as you think they are when you see them in the playoffs. It's kind of weird. Jahan Dotson signed a 2-year, 15. I thought it was 150. 2-year, $15 million deal with Atlanta, with the Atlanta Falcons. Who's going to be throwing the ball to him? Is it going to be Penix? Is it going to be what's name's gone?
Cousins is gone. Yeah. Cousins is a free agent.
Cousins a free agent, and Tua just went there, right?
Tua just signed there for just a 1-year deal. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, Tua will be throwing him the ball if Penix gets hurt and until Tua gets sacked, because just do that. I ain't gonna speak on it. Sam Howell goes to the Cowboys. Okay, we're not really concerned. Like Dak is still the quarterback there. Shout out to Dak, man. I just want to give Dak Prescott a shout out.
Okay.
I don't give Dak Prescott that much love on this show.
Wait. So I gave Dak a lot of love when he came back from that injury, and he's kind of a hard player to hate, except for the fact that he did the stupid the mattress commercial that he was an endless meme for like 3 years, and then he did the crap in a box commercial for another 3 years. So it's like he's got himself a funny repertoire of memes of crappy.
Hey man, that crap in the box will keep you from getting which one is it? The camera shoved up your butt?
Right. Colonoscopy, yeah.
Is it the colonoscopy? Is it the colonoscopy?
Right, but
yeah, colonoscopy. It's the colon. Whatever.
Yeah, that's like the third time we've talked about something in the anal area in the last month. I'm scared.
Pause.
So but yeah, I got respect for Dak, and so this latest story that came out this week about him announcing, I think I got it from TMZ because somebody in his party got the email. He called off his wedding, called off his engagement to his baby mama of 5 or 6 years because she would not sign a prenup.
And so I'll just say this, because there was a friend of mine on Facebook that was kind of I don't want to say he was dogging Dak about what happened, but he wasn't he wasn't feeling what Dak did. He was like, "Well, you don't know what kind of agreement they had." And I'm here to tell you, I don't care. I don't care. Listen, we've spoken on this show about what's my man's name, the rookie out of Colorado that's in Jacksonville. I can't think of his name now. Played both sides of the ball. Had his girlfriend at the draft party and all like that. Just oh man, I can't think of his name. I know somebody will put in the chat. I can't think of his name. I'm blanking on his name right now. But he got married, didn't have a prenup or nothing like that. People called him crazy for not having a prenup. And then stories came out that like he was leaving her. Like within the first year. Now you're gonna be out a whole bunch of money. Shout out to Dak for standing 10 toes down, man. when you have that kind of
But isn't it
at the same time, but when you're worth that kind of money, you got to protect it. You got to protect it because there are people in this world that are predators for that money.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's one of them people, but apparently he feels like she could be one of those people.
Right, because that's the only reason why you would do a prenup is if there's the lack of trust. You know,
he said, "Stop drinking on air." You talking about this? My water.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get.
My water's for another segment. I'm trying to make sure I don't drink it all before the segment.
Put it down. Stop. Put it down.
It's delicious. Oh, Miguel said Miguel stop drinking on here.
Only I can continue to drink the water. He can drink.
He can be subjected to this segment. Okay. I mean, you've seen all the videos already. Okay. Here's what I will say: not a drop. Not a drop.
We will see.
Real quick. I thought we talked about JT's Real Muto's opinion on this last week.
I think we mentioned it, but not like in depth like you wanted to get into.
Okay, well let's get into it because I don't remember what we talked. I don't remember what we said last week. I do remember hearing the interview though when he said this. I do remember, and I remember saying that on air that I was listening to the radio when he said what he said about the ABS system. And long story short, and I'll let Miguel get into it a little more. He's not really feeling the ABS, and he's a catcher, and he's one of the people that are allowed to make the challenge. But he's not really feeling it. And Miguel, I'm gonna let you get into it a bit and tell us why. And I want your opinion on what he said in conjunction with what's going on and how you feel about it.
I mean, I see where he's kind of coming from in regards to the rhythm of the game. So basically, he believes that the technology will bring more of the accuracy, the consistency of the accuracy, but it changes the rhythm of the game, the flow between the pitcher and the catcher, and the umpire. What people don't understand, if you don't really like follow the game, and I tell my catchers this when I'm training them is, you know, you're building a relationship, the catcher and the umpire, you're kind of building a relationship throughout the game. You know, you're trying to see if the umpire is like happy-go-lucky or if he's one of these like real, you know, old militant types, or, you know, if he just is doing this simply to get away from his wife for 4 hours, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, I always tell my catchers, kind of like what the Braves used to do with their pitchers. They would kind of set up on the outsides of the inside of the outside of the plate. And as the game would go, they would kind of inch a little bit further out just to try to steal a little bit more real estate to get a strike. So what Realmuto's point is that aspect is going to kind of go away, but I don't think that it will, for the simple fact that you only get the 2 challenges, per game, and if you miss one, then you're down one. You know what I mean? So I think it is. I don't like the fact that it had to come to this. You know what I mean? Because the officiating has been so bad, especially in baseball. I almost admire what the NFL is doing, even though it's a little bit too much. Where they're, I think we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago where they would actually call down after every play in case there was a call that was missed or whatever, kind of taking the referees out. But when it comes to like baseball, I don't think you should go any further than that. But if the umpires weren't so bad or so inconsistent, you shouldn't need this system. But
absolutely right about that. Here's what I will say to that as far as the rhythm is concerned. Earlier I said, welcome to 2026. Football, baseball, basketball. I don't know hockey. Hockey might have some type of challenge. I really don't know. But there are challenge systems in place in all these sports now, which challenge everything stops in all of these sports. You look, you get your whatever. Football is long because they go to a camera thing with a headset. Basketball, they do the same thing. Mm-hmm. The only sport that I feel like it has I feel like it has the least effect on the rhythm, because I can't say that I've watched a match and noticed a change after a challenge. It's tennis. And tennis has had their challenge system in place for a very long, before any of these other leagues.
They've had decades, yeah.
Was it 90s, I want to say it started? With the Cyclops?
Mid to late 90s. That's what actually got me into tennis when I think I was watching a match with Agassi and I forget some guy. And I was like, oh my God, I was out. And then you see it on the replay and it was literally maybe 2 seconds.
Right. And it's just, it's quick.
But I think if all the sports do that, because if you look at anything outside of the United States, if you look at like Europe or like Australian leagues football or soccer, like if you look at the global sports, they've perfected it. Like in soccer, for instance, I think they have 2 systems where you always see the referee with the little mic or whatever. Mm-hmm. If they're trying to debate on the ball went over the thing, it's all right, stop. And it's almost like a dramatic moment, like there's a buildup. And it's only like 3 seconds. It counts down 3, 2, 1, and it shows goal or no goal, or offside or not offside. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think soccer might be the only sport where they should not do the challenges. And my reasoning is not good. It's not a strong reason. But I feel like they should not do challenges in soccer because the clock doesn't stop in soccer. Now, they do have the injury time that they put on at the end of the halves and all like that, which I don't understand how they calculate it. I can ask ChatGPT or something. But the clock continues to run, right? Continues to run for 45 minutes. For 2 45-minute halves, the clock continues to run. A challenge in soccer, 2 things it does is I do feel like that will mess up a lot of rhythm, but it also allows time for a breather. I compare the Cyclops system in tennis to the ABS system in baseball, where it's quick.
Right.
It's real quick. And with what JT Realmuto was saying, how the rhythm and all like that, right? Before they put in the pitch clock, pitchers would mess up their own rhythm all the time. Stepping off the mound, walking around, taking time, calling time out, having little meetings they would do it all the time. So it's just Are you talking about the rhythm that was established over the past couple years with a pitch clock, or are you talking about regular baseball rhythm? I don't feel like the ABS challenge system is going to mess up the rhythm like maybe another challenge if they're challenging a play at first base, or if they're challenging with something fair or foul or something like that, because then it's a little different. But the ABS system, I'm okay with. I think they should continue to get challenges if they keep getting them right. I don't think you should be um, slated to two. And there's no, as far as I know, there's no limit on challenges in tennis. I don't think. Now you might lose challenges if you lost a challenge, but I don't think there's any limits in that. Somebody had to let us know. Hit us up. Let us know. Um, let's move on. We got a couple of mentions here. A couple of things I want to mention. One of the biggest names to move teams over the weekend, or since the legal tampering period began, was Max Crosby. I know the Eagles were in play for Max Crosby. At least that's what the media is saying. They were in play for Max Crosby, but he ended up getting traded to the Ravens for whatever the ransom was. And
Dude,
this morning I get in the car, huh?
whatever the ransom was, it was their first round pick this year and their first round
I'm
pick
glad,
next
I'm
year.
glad you know about it, because you made yourself look very intelligent. Because I could not remember.
Dude, well, it was the talk of the town for 24, 48 hours.
Because you're in Baltimore, you were right there where it happened.
Yeah.
We wasn't talking about it up here like that. We ain't care.
Right.
We wasn't coming here, so we ain't care.
Stop drinking water.
I have plenty.
Okay.
I have plenty. But yeah, so the trade got negated because of a failed physical. So that's like this, at least the second time in my memory that like a trade for a star player to Baltimore has been negated for whatever reason. Because they were supposed to have T.O. They traded for T.O. and it got negated. And to me, I'll be honest with you, I know I benefited from it more as a fan, but that there was something fishy behind that, if you ask me. There was something weird behind that. Kind of like the whole when Chris Paul was supposed to play for the Lakers, and then the NBA said nah. Something weird about that. Something weird about that. But that was way back when both got all them people retired, so it doesn't matter. Miguel is stumping me today, but before we do that, Miguel has a new segment he wants to introduce. Oh, I forgot. There was one more mention. Sorry. There was one more mention. Kobe Bryant once had the second most points in a single NBA game. Notice I said once. He no longer has the second most points in an NBA game. Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat, center for the Miami Heat, last night scored 83 points versus the Washington Wizards. Shout out to him. And people were asking him about it. He said 83 is 83. Hey, look, he scored 83. But there's controversy behind it. Miguel, have you heard anything about it?
I have not.
So as the game was going on, like I turned on that game after I watched the Sixers game last night. Shout out to the Sixers. They won without Maxey, Embiid, Paul George, and all them. They still won. It's a team that's trash, but whatever. So when Kobe scored his 81, right? Phil Jackson basically told Kobe, "Yo, go out there, do your thing, get busy." And Kobe, not known for passing the ball out, Kobe went out there and did what Kobe does, right? So a lot of people are saying in this situation that what Miami was doing, they were like fouling the other team. So it was already blowout. They were fouling the other team. They were fouling the Wizards so they could get the ball back and get the ball to Bam Adebayo so he could score. He went to the line. He had like 36 foul shots himself. And R. pushed this in. He says, "I'm a Miami fan, but the 83 is BS." And he's a fan saying this. So basically, Miguel, what I'm getting at is it sounds weird. It was a manufactured 83 it was a blowout game, one. They kept him in the whole time. They were triple teaming him at the end of this game too, Miguel. But he was getting fouled a lot, went to the foul line, and in Miami were fouling the Wizards to get the ball back, to get Bam the ball. So they kind of manipulate the system in a sense, kind of like a tush push in a sense. But they, 83 is 83. He's got 83. 43 throws. 43 free throws. I want to say, and I don't have the stats. I should have pulled up the stats because I was looking at it before. Wilt Chamberlain might have had like 30 something free throws the night he scored 100. I looked at that box score before. I got to look. I have to look again. But well, shout out to him, man. I like seeing history. I didn't like. I don't like seeing Kobe's record get beat. You know what I mean? I guess it's a Philly thing. Kobe, Kobe is Kobe. And I would not have liked it if I would have hated it if he had scored over 100 in that same situation. Or I said 22, 3. Yeah, he was shooting a lot of threes. I didn't know he shot threes like that. He's shooting a lot of threes last night too. He said he should have scored 100 points, but he didn't. And I'm glad. But shout out to him. He's in the record books. I'm sure the basketball or his jersey or something's going to go to Hall of Fame. So good for him. So Miguel,
sir,
new segment. Talk to me.
So I'm working on a new name for it, because some of our ideas, we're taking this idea from a couple of other shows or whatever. So how we do funny videos. So what I like to do is challenge you with that cup of water that you've been delectably sipping from. So I'm going to play. My goal is to try to get you to crack up and spit the water out while watching.
Let me move my keyboard.
Something that would, should make you laugh.
And I'm going to tell you right now, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Bottom of the 7th, Italy is up 7-1. Mexico has 2 runners in scoring position.
Oh, Mexico's coming back.
They're trying. All right. I am ready.
All right. So let's try. Oh, so go ahead and drink your water. You have to keep it in your mouth.
I'm going to wait until, because I don't know how long you're going to take to get this video up there. And this water is delicious.
So yeah, we were trying to debate on a name. We were thinking, hold it or spit it out, or
we wasn't thinking nothing.
Justin wanted to call it spit or swallow, but we didn't know if that was political play. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
You big dummy.
Are you ready, sir?
Yes, I am ready.
You gotta drink. All right. When I say you're ready, you gotta drink the water. Big swig. Okay. Don't swallow. Here we go. Oh, play the video. No? Okay. Dude, you gotta keep why did you swallow?
It was over.
No. I have to try to. I got 2 more. I got at least 2 more videos.
Bro, this was ice either. All right, here we go.
You obviously don't know how to swallow water. All right, here we go. Ready? Mm-hmm. Keep that up. There we go.
Sis letting brother know that this is Sparta nearly puts him in a body bag and a savage smile to top things off with 0 cares left to give. Albeit the last Lunchable, so it's trick or treat, eat my feet. For that reason, we now throw it to the rated OG Ludacris camp. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying one more time. Let's see. All right, let's try this one. Ah! Did it happen?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. All right. I got one more.
Oh, dang. That was the last one.
One more. I'm gonna do one more. All right, here we go.
Damn.
All right.
That was good. That was good though. That was good. Full disclosure, 2 out of the 4 videos I had seen already. The first one and the third one I saw already. So I already knew what to expect, even though I almost lost it on the third one because that one is
Which one? The bunk bed.
Yeah.
I think the funny part was hearing me.
Yeah, that's the part out because he was supposed to be in bed. He was supposed to be in bed, and parents heard him, and he was running back to get in the bed and banged his head on the.
And I know your weakness is children violence. I know that's your weakness.
Don't say children violence, but children getting hurt.
That don't sound any better, sir.
Yeah, because that first one when the girl kicked the mess out of the boy, that was hilarious. Miguel is stumping me. So let me close the chat. For those that may not know, may be new to this show, thank you for watching, and make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching us on New Twist Radio, or Twitch, or Miguel Santa. This is the part of the show where Miguel tries to stump me, where he put a frame around it this time. You're feeling special today, huh? He picks a player that has some type of tie to the city of Philadelphia, has played for a Philadelphia team, whether it be basketball, football, or baseball. I don't think we've ever done hockey. Maybe once. We might have once did hockey a long time ago, but I'm not sure. And I have to guess of who this random player is. Gives me some attributes. Like this attribute sucks. 3-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove, 2-time. Like this sucks. Okay. Here's why I tell you this sucks. In baseball, you can be an All-Star without necessarily being voted to the All-Star game. So he could have gotten voted to the All-Star game, or he just could have gotten selected to the All-Star game. So we'll see. 5-time Gold Gloves. So many people win Gold Gloves in a season that it's like, it's a great award to have, but it's not memorable until people say, oh, you won a Gold Glove. 2-time Silver Slugger. I will be honest with you, Miguel, as honest as I can be. I cannot name one Silver Slugger. I mean, I could probably guess, but I can't name one Silver Slugger knowing that they won the Silver Slugger Award. Not one. Like if I had to guess, I would say Barry Bonds.
He's won a couple.
The Silver Slugger? Yeah. So I mean, like I could make a guess like that, but But anyway, back to the lecture at hand. 3-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove, 2-time Silver Slugger. Like I said, I have the chat closed. There are. I think there are. I see a dot, so I know there's some comments in the chat. And I'm going to try to guess. To me, the two black and yellow is obvious. That's Pirates, correct?
Correct.
So are we looking at Nationals, Pirates, Orioles, Phillies? Are we looking at like Cleveland Pirates, Orioles, Phillies? Are we looking at Cleveland Pirates, Houston Phillies? What are we looking at here?
We are looking at St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Phillies.
And you said St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Okay, and please give me the time frame of this person's career.
Mid 80s to mid 90s.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Mid 80s to mid 90s. So we're probably talking about the Pittsburgh teams that were good but just didn't get to the World Series, right?
Correct.
The Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to remember who was on the Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds. Sid Bream was on Atlanta.
Sid Bream was also on Pittsburgh.
Was he?
Mm-hmm. He was on Pittsburgh. Was
he ever on the Phillies?
Of course not.
Well, then he doesn't count. Pittsburgh. All right. So who did the Phillies get from Baltimore?
Baltimore having big fun.
Who did the Phillies get from Baltimore in the mid 90s? Did he play on it? I mean, there was only one good Phillies team in the 90s. Did he play on that team?
No.
Can you name some of his teammates so I can have a general idea of what team he was playing on?
Bobby Munoz.
Yeah, that'll help.
Mike Lieberthal.
That helps, even though Mike Lieberthal played for like 30 years, but it helps. Young Mike Lieberthal. Well, was he really young? Was he
young rookie?
Young in MLB years, but
right.
He was like 30 when he was a rookie, right?
No, he played it. I mean, he was a rookie in '94.
There's somebody came up with the Phillies who was old. He was with the organization, but he was old when he finally came up. Anyway.
Oh, Tony Barron. He made that great diving catch on the face first on the turf. I remember that dude. He came up when he was like 32.
Miguel Sharp. I'm trying to tell you, Miguel Sharp. Can you give me the position, or would it give it away if you gave me the position?
Yes. He played field.
Trying to think. Orioles. Who did and war number 34. And ended his career in the mid 90s with the Phillies. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't have a clue with this one. The Cardinals, Cardinals, Pirates, Orioles, and Phillies. Cardinals. I'm not gonna know him with the Cardinals because that's mid 90s. That's I was born in 81. I was mid 80s, excuse me. Pirates. I only remember Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla on those teams. Andy Van Slyke, I remember that. Is it Andy Van Slyke?
Got that by luck. Talk about a good guess.
Oh my goodness. Wow. You're absolutely right. I got that by luck. You're absolutely right.
Talk about luck.
I don't even know how I remember that name.
I mean, it's a Andy Van Slyke. It's a catch. It's a baseball name. You know what I mean?
It's a baseball name, but it's not a name that people talk about today.
No, it's not.
Never mentioned.
It's not. But people forget that on that. When people think of Barry Bonds, he was probably the best player on the team. but he played left field. Then they think about Bobby Bonilla as the second best player on the team, but he actually rotated between first, third, and left and right field. But who was the center fielder? Everybody always forgets about he was the only white guy on the team at the time, so I guess maybe.
I forgot he played for the Phillies.
And granted, it was like he had 73 at bats with the Phillies, so it wasn't anything.
Oh, you dirty rat! Oh,
I'm just he was still a member of the Phillies organization, still getting a salary. So.
That was slick by you, Andy Van Slyke. And okay, so Bobby Bonilla, Barry Bonds, Andy Van Slyke. I'm trying to see if I can remember anybody else from that Pittsburgh team.
And I love that Pittsburgh team.
I don't think I remember anybody else. I don't even know how I remembered Andy Van Slyke. Like, I don't even know how that came and just popped in my head.
Because when you rotate the outfield, it's kind of because I
want you to understand something. When was Pittsburgh good? When were
so it was 1990, which was the Sid Brink team. Then he went over to the Braves in 91. So it was 90, 91, and 92. And they lost to the Reds in 91, who wound up being the world champions. They lost to the Braves in 91 and 92.
I want you to understand something. In 90, I was 9. 91, I was 10. 92, I was 11. Outside of the Phillies at that time, the only time I would see Pittsburgh is if they were playing the Phillies or when they were in the playoffs, and the Phillies just wasn't in the playoffs. It's the only time. I don't think I can name. I could probably get lucky and maybe guess somebody that might have been on that team. Like, I'm gonna guess Dennis Martinez. Was he on that team?
No.
See.
So I want to say like 88 was when I started like thinking about baseball, and then when my mom took me to my first baseball game at the Vet in 89, that's when I became like a real stat geek. And I actually bought the baseball encyclopedia. I'm studying, stuff like that. That's why I kind of geek out on this stuff. So I can remember the Pittsburgh team because of the different pitching styles and different hitting styles. I remember the catchers were Mike LaValliere, because he was a little short, pudgy, left-handed hitting catcher. The backup catcher was Don Slaught.
I remember that name.
The first baseman outside of Sid Bream, I can't remember the other first. It might have been Gary Reedus. I remember Jose Chico leaned at second.
I remember Chico lean. Jose lean. Jose
lean,
right?
Jose Chico. They called him Chico lean because he's
I only remember because I had his baseball card like 1,000 times.
Right. Jay Bell was at third.
Jay Bell was on that team.
No, he was a shortstop. Jay Bell was a shortstop. We already got the outfielder. Oh, Bobby Bonilla was at third. The pitching rotation, I think, was Doug Drabeck. He was their Cy Young Award winner.
Okay, I remember his name.
I think some lefty named Tom. No, Mike Tomlin was their. Yeah, Mike Tom. No, I'm thinking of him from a different team. Stan Belinda was because he was the pitcher against Francisco Cabrera against the Braves that got the game-winning hit.
So I'm looking at the chat now. So our data at guess Andy Van Slyke at 9:35. Then at 9:37 he guessed Charlie Hayes. I guess Andy Van Slyke. I don't know, but he said, "Fun fact: Italy is undefeated against Mexico in WBC history."
Nice.
I didn't think. Is Italy going to move on by winning this game?
Yes, because they're the top two. Because they would be in first place in the pool, and USA is in second place.
US is going to have to play Dominican Republic. You watch,
and that's where they lose, like they did last time. They're not a very good.
No, they went to the championship last time.
Oh, that's right, because Trout struck out against what's the name? I always forget about that part.
Yeah, I remember watching that, boy.
I don't think
good watch. That was good watching.
That was good watching. I don't think they're gonna go far.
It's a shame. They put a pretty good team together. Wouldn't call it a dream team, but I don't know if we have an American dream team in baseball. I don't know if there's a dream team to be put together. At least not now for baseball.
Well, not until they start learning how to hit small ball again, like the other teams do.
All these Americans out here just trying to hit home run. Bobby Witt, though. Shout out to Bobby Witt Jr. Those 2 plays he had against was it Mexico the other day?
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
But what about my man Machado? Remember? Back to back.
What? I didn't see. I don't know. He doesn't play for the United States, so doesn't matter.
Oh, you silly Americans.
He doesn't play for Puerto Rico either.
Still, he's Latino. Oh, speaking of which, you and I have to finish. We have to play our annual MLB The Show World Series, and I know you're ducking me.
I'm not ducking you.
You're ducking me.
I'm not ducking you. I'm just I can't stream it. I don't know why. I can't stream it. I don't know. Well, I know what the difference is, but
likely story. Anyway, here's
you can stream it.
You can I?
Yeah, if you have the means to do so, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you guys show me how to do it. I'll take care of it. Here's the I think the second of the 2 plays, but this was back to back.
I can pick everything. Machado, not again. Not again. Oh, not again. Oh, man. He's been doing it for a long time. You think the first one was a good one? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Stop hitting it to him. Picture perfect. Fans are loving it. Everybody's loving it.
Gotta be honest with you. Here comes me. Here comes the party pooper. Great throw. Amazing throw. Oh. He said hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe and all that. Awesome play. Awesome throw. I give the glove work a 7 on that. Throw, I give it 10. Glove work, I give it 7. And it might be because it's Manny Machado, the LeBron effect. You know, prime LeBron could have been MVP every year. But if he's doing the same thing over and over again, people get tired of it and they give it kind of like Shaq. When Shaq was doing the same thing every year, could have been an MVP every year. People got tired of seeing this, so they gave it to Steve Nash 2 years in a row. It's kind of like that. Like I've seen Manny make some amazing plays. That throw was great. The glove work, I give it 7. Throw, I give it 10. I'm just not as I personally thought Bobby Witt Jr.'s plays were better. Personally, the 2 he made. And
well, I mean, they were,
right?
But I was just showing you the plays that Machado made. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I give the glove work a 7. I give the throw a 10 or 11. That was a great throw. Great throw. That's probably why I didn't see the highlight because, it's a great throw.
You're an ass.
So Ardot said, "Don't nobody want to play me in the show though," and I'm sure he probably won't remember this. But last time I played you in the show, it was ugly for you. And we
isn't he? Didn't you say he plays on rookie mode? He doesn't do anything above rookie.
No idea. I have no idea.
Well, I've been playing on the show I play like twice a day. So
actually, he gets alerts about your accomplishments for some reason. He told me.
Oh, because I tried to start a league and I invited him and he just never responded.
Oh.
So you and him are ducking.
You had your opportunity to play, but you didn't respond to the thing. You started. Did you put me in the league?
Yeah. Well, I think you actually played. I think 2 or 3 games.
A couple years ago, yeah.
Right. But
you're talking about, right. Okay, recently.
Oh, not recently though, but
okay, gotcha.
But we got to play a couple of warm-up games. We'll figure out the the streaming thing.
I like playing on what's it? Hall of Fame. What's the highest one?
Hall of Fame is Legend. It's Hall of Fame and then Legend. You like what?
I like playing the computer on Legend.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the only. I think Hall of Fame and Legend is the only one you can check swing on certain pitches.
He said he didn't have at the time. At the time, R. Dot, you did. It was, because at the time is when we played each other.
Is it coming up
at the time of when he sent this thing that he's talking about? So,
okay.
But look, we're gonna get up out of here. We got one. We're gonna leave you with one last thing, but before we do, I want to say thank you for checking out the Check Swing podcast again here on a Wednesday night. I got to put the trash out, and it's almost 10 o'clock.
You got it rough.
That changed my life. That changed my life, man. That sounded detrimental. That sounded bad, didn't it? Saying
did.
that, it sounded sad. But look, we're gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all hanging with us here on the Check Swing podcast with myself and of course the brains and brawn of situation, my man Miguel, who's down in
Baltimore, having big fun.
We will talk to you next time, and we are out of here, and we're gonna leave you with Miguel's video. Talk to y'all next week. Peace.
One thing before we go, for those that are watching, we have tryouts for Vision Select this coming Friday night. You see on the screen, 13U. We got 2 roster spots, 4 roster spots for 16U, and 3 roster spots for our 17 and 18Us. And now,
hurry up.
wait. There it is. All right. Everybody quiet.
You can talk about all the motivational speeches and phrases and devices in the world, but the greatest motivator of all is your ass on the bench. There is no better motivator. Ass meets bench. Bench retains ass. Ass transmits signal to brain. Brain transmits signal to body. Body gets ass off bench and plays better. I mean, it's a hell of a sequence of things that takes place.
Until we meet again.